Alrighty, hey nerds! Hello everyone, Jay. You're here too. Hi.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Jay is actually not here, he is out. Let's
I am out in the cold of Canada. Just kidding, it's fucking
let's-
30 degrees.
Okay, you actually have to mind your language now, because they're cracking down on it.
Oh no, they're cracking down on the language emulators. Oh
Yes, anyways, so today we're going to be talking about the new characters that have come out, because a lot of people were asking if we should even be bothering to summon. That's what they were asking about when it comes to, you know,
Are
our
they fucking
performance
for real?
art. Yeah.
Art. Oh my god.
Well, you know, that's always the question. There's always that question when it comes up. So I'm going to pull up the level 1 stats just to give you guys an overview of what we're looking at. Of course, we have 2 greens, 1 colorless, and 1 blue. And most of them are ranged, even. But mostly, I guess the one reason people would pull for this is mostly because they're all dancers. Or singers.
Also because Olivia looks fucking cute as shit.
Well, Language! Anyways, still, yeah, she's adorable. I like all their art, honestly. I mean, I know people are going crazy over not Laszlo, I'm sorry, Inigo. I forget that we're going by his, pre-Fates name now. Still, nonetheless, a lot of you are asking which one of these characters are the best, which would be good, so we're going to just move on. Now, granted, this image is a little bit blurry. I do apologize, but here are them. Good lord. I'm going to need an eye test for this one. Jesus Christ, I don't know why that's so out there. But anyways, as you can see, here they are at max level with all of their stats. Granted, this does not include their weapons. So let's start with the easiest one here, and that would be, we'll go from left to right on our little page here, okay? So starting with colorless, that being, of course, Olivia. What are your general opinions here, Jay?
Well, Olivia's kind of odd, but the fact that she comes with distant defense kind of fixes a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Because she hits a ridiculous, I think, 44 res one on a defense style, which is well enough to actually tank Reinhardt.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of reminds me a lot of what would essentially be Felicia if she was a little bit better, in a way.
Well, kind of like Felicia if she came with distant defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Well, no, that's Felicia without distant defense, because she has just that much res.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Alright.
The fact that she had dance.
Yeah, she has dance. She is the first colorless dancer, by the way, which is insane. Also, just to mention as well, she does have the Blaze Dance, which is, of course, a new ability that is working off of dancing. I don't know how well that would work. I don't know how...
The way I feel about dance skills is I feel they're kind of wasted opportunities.
Yeah, I hate to say that, but I mean, they are basically the same stats, you know, as a Hone or a Fortify.
That's not exactly the problem. The problem is it takes the B slot and they're dancers.
Yes, I know, and they do need, I was about to say, and Wings of Mercy takes a dive, you know. So, honestly, if they were C skills, I'd be like, okay, I'll take it, I guess, but then again, you know,
well, I mean,
don't know if there's an easy out.
If it was a C skill that would buff 2 skills,
yeah,
I would be fine with that.
Well, I mean, technically there is one of those, but still.
Yeah, Shigure.
Shigure has the one for defense and resistance. But Blaze Dance increases attack +4. But honestly, that's something that I feel is a bit of a problem with these dancing units, at least, you know, because they're all based around it, dancing and singing. Technically, I just don't understand it. Like, there is such an exchange between having the mobility of Wings of Mercy to be able to dance someone who's further away,
and then just be like, here's 4 attack.
Here's 4 attack, which... and the reason why I point out Hones and things is that usually my units are nearby to get the Hones, so there's really no reason to exchange it for Wings of Mercy anyways.
Which the worst part, to add insult to injury, you have Azura that just does everything but better.
Yeah, we'll get to her in a second. But still, Olivia, she actually, I mean, her attack is 28 neutrally. That's, you know, that's, people were like, what the hell? Why is this a thing? Well, you need to know, at least from what we can tell, it seems that dancers don't get the best BST. You know.
They actually lose, I believe, it depends, but
Yeah.
for the most part, they lose like 8 BST.
Yeah, so it seems like between those...
And on top of this, because they're long range, for the most part, that's another 8 BST down the drain.
Yeah, so technically, their stats are going to be a bit more on the low side. Technically...
So,
Technically...
though, actually,
Hmm?
though actually, I think, no, it's something like long range gets a 10 BST decrease, and then another 8 BST because of Dancer.
Yeah.
This is why Shigure has 139 BST, having the lowest BST of the entire game.
Yeah.
Inigo and Olivia is 140 for some reason, but I'm okay with this.
And just so we're clear, the stat spread for Olivia, you know, right there, pretty good. I don't really see any variation too much in you know, IVs. If it were 4 or 3, I mean, they're basically all 3. She could be a pretty good tank at, you know, mages and things like that. I just, you know, dagger weapons tend to make me kind of That's just usually how it goes.
Well, I mean, the main point is you want to basically bait with her because anyway, she's not gonna kill anything.
Yeah.
But you can bait certain mages to start a map off,
Yeah,
which
I mean,
is nice for Tempest Trial.
Yeah.
And on top of that, she can dance, so...
I mean, distant defense definitely fixes a lot of the issues that would arise from that, but you need to be careful around archers, obviously, so, you know.
Well, yeah.
But the one thing that we need to just specify about these units, all of them, is that they are all useful just because they probably have dance.
Yeah, just because of their assist skill, they're ridiculous.
Yeah. Alright, moving on, we have Shigure here, and Shigure, lowest BST in the game?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
And also the worst unit of the banner, because look at that speed, look at that depth, look at that res.
Yeah, that's not a very good thing, unfortunately.
It's like a glass cannon with no fighting power.
And has Dancer's Score, which of course is, you know, all these units except Azura, of course, have a Breath of Life effect on them. Which, I mean...
Yeah, for some reason Azura is the first seasonal unit with a legendary weapon.
Yeah, and he also has access to, of course, his passives are Geyser Dance, which is when he sings or dances, this grants defense and res +4. So,
That's definitely the most useful of all the B skill that those units get, honestly, because it's like it buffs 2 stats that you usually don't have, well, buffs on your team for.
Yeah,
for stuff.
I mean, it's a good thing, but it really, I don't know, it just kind of gets under my skin a little bit there.
I mean, it's still underwhelming, don't get me wrong, but...
yeah, and, you know, still the situation arises, Wings of Mercy,
yeah,
Geyser Dance. And then, of course, he also has access to Blue Tome Valor 3.
Yep. That's the main reason you really want to go for him, if you do go for him.
Because that way you can have a good way of farming SP for your Blue Tome users.
Because as a mage, he's kind of shit.
Yeah.
Which
is unfortunate. You know,
like, he can tank other mage. He does not have the depth to tank any melee thing. He does not have the speed to double anything without a breaker skill for the most part. And his attack is...
Yeah, I'd rather not worry about that one. Moving on, let's talk about Inigo real quick. Inigo, again, kind of has, I mean...
Inigo is actually the second best unit in this banner, I believe.
Technically, I mean, his speed's decent enough. Defense, resistance,
The main reason why I say he's the best unit on this banner, well, second best rather, is the fact that he's a green mage.
Yeah. Because
of this, he can run Triangle of Death with a Raven Tome and actually deal with Bow User and Reinhardt.
Which are big metas right now, because Bow users are everywhere and so is Reinhardt.
So, basically, you get a green mage that can kill Reinhardt, and on top of that, he doubles down as a dancer.
Yep. Which is always an odd thing, but pretty cool.
I mean, like, his res is kind of shit.
God.
but he still takes like something like from Ors Emblem Reinhardt. He takes like 15 times 2. Granted, Moonbow can fuck that up, but
Wow.
even then, with Moonbow, that gets down to like 36 damage. He lives on 1 health.
Yeah, he's... I mean, that... And even then, like, I mean, you could get him with a speed IV and he'll have decent, even better speed, you know? It's probably his best stat. So
the main thing, though, is if you're going to use him as a Reinhardt check, you might want to give HP plus 3 just to make sure.
Yeah. From there, we also, of course, have his Dancer's Ring Plus, which, of course, are Breath of Life. And Gale Dance, which is speed plus 4 upon granting, you know, Dance or Sing. And then also Hone Attack 3 out of the box, which is kind of nice, at least. I mean...
Yep. It is pretty nice.
I mean, that's the second Dancer with that, and that does add a little bit more usefulness out of him. So
it's kind of funny how Inigo is the second Dancer to get own attack, just like his mother.
Well, I mean, like mother, like son, right? So
yep.
It's fitting, and I like it, and I'm glad that Inigo got his final chance to at least be the Dancer he wanted, I guess. But yeah, I mean, again, Dance is the main reason they exist. So if you're expecting anything crazy out of that, sorry.
I mean, don't expect anything crazy about long-ranged Dancer, because at this point they have such spread out stats, like it's ridiculous.
This is what, the first time we've actually gotten a long-range Dancer? So this is the first time we're actually seeing the effects of having them there, you know, the Dancer BST mixed with that. So
can you just imagine a cavalry Dancer?
Oh god.
That is long range.
Yeah, that is like a mage tome or something.
So like he has like 134 BST or something like that.
Alright, now it's time to talk about the big mama herself. That is Azura. Yeah, so her legendary weapon, someone tried to explain how to pronounce the specialized, you know, O of it, but I'm going to forgo that and just be like, it's a legendary weapon! Hooray! It means fate. I believe in a different language, I forget. I think it's Nordic or something like that, I forget. But what it does is that when Dance or Sing is used, target is also granted attack, speed, defense, and resistance plus 3. That is...
Yep. She just by herself can buff a Blade Tome on top of being a Dancer, on top of being a decent green unit that can basically wall Reinhardt with Triangle Dance.
And she already has that too. She has that built into her kit.
Yep.
So, I mean...
it's retarded. It's just retarded.
And on top of that, she also has drive resistance, meaning that she, of course, will, you know, buff up resistances of everyone around her for 2 spaces, which is also, I mean, it's not the most amazing stat, but it's decent. I mean,
to give you an idea, Res plus Azura takes 4 times 2 from a attack plus own cavalry Reinhardt.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, as a unit, when it comes down to these, the one that you're probably going to want to pull for just because is obviously Azura. Because...
Yeah, in my case, I want to pull from, like, every color. And, I just hope I can get Olivia. Olivia's the main one I want.
I want Olivia, and I already have Inigo. I do want Olivia, and I do want Azura. I'm not so sure about Shigure.
Shigure for me can just die unless I get him at really low percent.
I would like him for the Blade Tome, you know, I mean not Blade Tome, Blue Tome, you know.
Yeah, Valor.
But that's just something. It's just such a shame that Shigure kind of ended up in that situation because I would like to see him in a different, you know.
I mean, for the most part, green tomes are very easy to grind. They're just retardedly good for the most part, except for, ironically, Shigure, because look at the stat line, why?
Yeah, honestly, but Azura is probably the best. Not only that, she can box blue units really well, and of course her weapon just makes things all the better.
She has the same problem as regular Azura, which is just her def is completely abysmal. She can't tank reds, which makes her use fucking Triangle Adept because she can tank anything without it anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean,
melee for the most part will just body her. Like,
yeah,
that's no surprise.
still, nonetheless, though, that is a really good dancer to get.
Well,
Just
obviously,
from the
it's
weapon.
a dancer. It's a dancer.
When
and
anyone-
it has a ridiculous weapon.
When
and
anyone-
it has good res. And it's green.
When anyone asks, should I pull from this banner? It's just like, do you have a dancer? Yes, no. Could you use more dancers? Yes. Then get it. I mean, there's really no reason not to.
I was kind of feeling like shit last month because I could not get Elincia, and I did get something. At 5%, I pulled a fucking Leo on Elincia's banner. And then, like, I missed my chance at getting Ninian. I felt bad, and then it's just like, oh, look, a full banner of them. Oh.
Well, so much for that. Not only that, but, I mean, Ninian's still really cool, but it's also really cool to finally have not only a colorless dancer, but also 2 green dancers, finally. I mean, that's finally something that's happening.
I mean, the only problem with this is the fact that this is a seasonal banner.
Yeah, that kind of yep, that does suck. But if we were to rank these units on a tier list, Shigure would probably be a B, maybe even a little bit lower. I don't know, just because of his stats.
I mean, for the most part, they would be like, okay, so you can see Olivia as like A plus, Shigure A, Inigo A plus because he has usability with Triangle Adept and can deal with Reinhardt. And then Azura is S tier. The first dancer I actually rank as S tier because, well, as I said, ridiculous weapon, 16 might to make up for the for her attack.
Yep.
Triangle Adept walls out Reinhardt, no problem. Like it's a no-brainer.
I mean,
really.
as a reminder, if you do get IVs in attack for Azura, her attack will actually go over 50, which is kind of pretty overpowered for a dancing unit.
And then if you give her life end of 3, and then you buff her attack, she hits 60 attack.
Yeah. Would you really do that, though? I don't think so.
No, that's completely retarded. But, I mean, some people do it with regular Azura. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to put life and death on her. That way I can have 60
counter on my Azura. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, guys, whenever people ask me if you should pull, just the simple answer is, do you have any dancers? Do you need more? And the answer is always, yes.
Well, it's essentially, do you, like, even if you have all 3 dancers, do you want to have a dancer for every fight in Squad Assault?
Yeah, I mean, with
because
this,
you can't do that.
With this, you can have them. You can have a dancer on every single map, every single one, which is outrageous.
It's ridiculous.
So now you can live out the dream of having those turns upon turns upon turns. Granted, I wouldn't use Shigure in a lot of things, but other than dancing, so yeah, that's my advice. So. I hope we guys can, give you a little bit of a better idea. I'm going to put up their level 1 stats because this one feels like an eye exam that's going to kill me. I wish we had a better one, but unfortunately we do not, so... Oh, well! But I hope you guys got a better understanding of how this works, and we'll stop talking about it now. So, thanks, Jay, for joining me.
Anytime!
Let's hope you get Olivia.
Yeah, I hope I get an actual focus for the first time in 4 weeks. Though, to be honest, I was really lucky to get help for Leo because I got stuck at 4 to 5% with no orbs left.
Yeah.
Someone actually helped me get Leo.
Well, that's nice.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. Catch you all later. Hope you have the best of luck getting these dancers. For now, catch you later.